Welcome to another episode of AI Ranch, where we navigate the wild west of AI and how it interacts with businesses all around the world. Today I'm happy to meet advertisement and marketing specialist Evija Kezika, with over 15 years experience in industry heavyweights like VUCA, Bonds, Colonna Cosmetics, Vandu Finance, and one of the largest telecoms around here, Baltcom. Her knowledge in business and creative and AI is really interesting, and today we're gonna dive deep in that. Welcome. Could you describe the customer journey in the age of AI? Is it different than before?
Oh, yes, for sure. The customer journey, actually, the last 3-4 years has changed, of course, due to the AI tools. And there, I would say, are three things in three areas where AI tools have improved the customer journey and the way how we approach it. The first one is the hyper-personalization aspect, because now the AI tools provides us with a vast amount of data that we can use to understand the customer better, his or her behavior, buying preferences, lifestyle, even the timing when we could or should sell the product to the customer. The second improvement area of those all AI tools, what we see in the market, I would call the enhancement of client service and all those chatbots, which we see companies use in their communications in the front desk for the customer. Those chatbots can help to summarize product reviews, give some recommendations, and many other improvements for the buyer when he's inspecting some new product or service he's willing to buy, or let's say thinking to buy. And the third, I would say, it's the seamless interaction through various communication channels, which allows us now to more precisely catch the customer, I would say, in the right timing and in the right way and with the right message.
Before the conversation, we actually talked a little bit about differences between marketing and advertising. And this was something new to me, maybe also to listeners. Can you draw a line there? What are some differences, and how actually what you just told about these three innovations recently affect one or both?
So advertising is in a sense that we develop a concept, develop a strategy, create a visual, and then we look for ways to whom and where we will show the ad. It's the more, I would say, there are two parts: the creative part of advertising and the more boring part, the media planning and digital planning part. The marketing side, however, is where we think about the brand, to whom the brand may relate, who will buy this brand and product, to whom it is interesting, and how we can find the customer, potential buyer, and with which tactics and methods we can reach the potential buyer. That's my kind of version, how I distinguish between these two industries.
Okay, so the marketing is more strategic and advertisement is more execution, right?
Yes, advertising is execution, but not always. Sometimes, and actually, in many cases, advertising service givers provide strategies also for marketers and marketing managers and business side. What I didn't mention, marketing function also includes the 4P principle that is widely used and known in the marketing industry.
from my perspective, what you described, this hyper-personalization, customer care using the chatbots and AI technologies, and then seamless interaction between all of any platforms, it sounds then more towards the advertisement, right?
Yes, correct. And what I would like to mention about the hyper-personalization, it's an interesting fact that actually all human nowadays with the age of AI are expecting hyper-personalized content and offering and products. But at the same time, there is a paradox. We want to save our anonymity. And we do not want to be bothered by offers we don't need, we don't relate to, and etc. And actually, people are not willing to share their data that much. They want to keep it confident with them and to protect their privacy.
So you're saying that if you would like to have better experience in free platforms, you should probably share your private data as much as possible, so that they would actually not offer you like very annoying ads, would be more hyper personalized?
Yes, because I went to one conference which was organized by one media agency, and there was a very interesting future trend. What they were telling, that in the future, not humans will be the ones who see those ads, but actually the AI robots. Who work, let's say, who work for us, or they will be our personal assistants. And yes, they will sort it out, which ad to show to us and which ad not to show. But yes, there is this paradox, and how it will shift with the time, we will see.
So let's talking about the ads. I know you know that for many years there has been this dominant platform of Google AdWords and like Facebook ads, and now in just recent years, more and more people have been switching from old search engines like Google to Perplexity, Search GPT, where basically these AI-enabled search engines don't give you just list of links. They actually summarize, make advice. So how do you see how it affects the advertisement? Like, is still the Google ads useful?
Yes, this is a very interesting topic. And of course, it has changed, and the AI large language models has affected it now a lot. What we see, that actually there has been a 40% decrease in Google search keywords. So it means the Google classical search engine optimization is not that popular anymore, but still I would suggest for marketers and strategists to use it for organic search. Along with this classical Google search, there are two new tools. One is this generative AI search engine, what we call the large language models like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and other platforms. And there is also the third one, which is voice search, like Alexa, Siri, and maybe other more. I don't know so specifically, but we need to take into consideration that these two additional platforms are increasing and rapidly, and marketers, especially in digital advertising and marketing segment, as well, brands need to take it into account and use a mix of them. Not anymore only Google's.
Is there any way to somehow appear more in these AI search engines? Because with Google it is that if you pay for these specific keywords, you float on top. Is there already something like that available for advertisement in these generative platforms, or you don't see it yet?
Currently, I haven't seen that they offer some kind of paid information integration. But what is important for brands that they work on their content external their web sites, because the more information they will have externally, this will build the credibility of the brand and the business, and it will provide and ensure that the name and the information of the company will be mentioned in those large language model summaries.
So it's probably not only the name and information, like the language model-based search engines, because also for the listeners, if you didn't know, there are at least two modes how this works. One is just generative text generation, and the other way is completely different way, and mostly it is for the paid versions, not for the free versions, where it actually uses the live database of sources, and then there's like a search engine mode. And they are not the same actually. So, but in the search engine mode, so it would pull in the product information from these sites, and I think it would not be probably enough just the descriptions, names. They would actually give advice on those products. So, as much as real qualitative information is there, these AI systems would be able to use it, right?
Yes, correct. Additionally, therefore, it is important for brands to create videos, blog articles, posts, reviews, comments, and as much content marketing will be provided out there, as much the generative AI tools will use it in their information summaries.
Have you heard any cases where companies have used generative AI to generate actually content in their websites, and what was the experience? Like, did Google downrank them, or do you have any of that experience?
I guess it's not so easy to track if it's AI generated or human generated, and that will be the issue that will be need to addressed in the future. It relates also for the content marketing as well. The latest data, what I looked, showed in surveys that around 88% of people do not like brands that use AI generated content, and yes, the question remains how we will check it. If there is not a label or tag on it, then it's not so easy to understand. Of course, there are maybe some clues that you read. Maybe it's longer or shorter, or a usage, format and usage of some specific wording. But in general, yes, I think a good example of generative AI messages is LinkedIn premium sales direct messages, where you see it's fully automated, and within a certain timing they send you repeatedly all those mails again, subscribe or use or update or also, create, and etc.
Also hyper-personalized, they actually use your timeline, posts, craft AI generated messages targeting just you. Like, I loved your comment, like your presentation in specific conference, or things of that sort.
Or you update your let's say CV part, and they automatically send you a message, hey, do you want to upgrade?
Yeah. Continuing on the generated content in the websites, I personally had experience where we automated one of our clients' web store with the AI generated product descriptions, and the experience was this. First of all, their sales increased immediately because people were able to find better the products. That is the good side. The bad side was that in about like 2 months, the Google ranking went down because the Google somehow were able to detect that text was generated, basically most likely because of the structure of the text, plus also the the perfection. Basically, there were no human mistakes. So, but we managed to overcome this. So basically, you can craft it so that the formatting is more human-like, and you make some mistakes intentionally, and then the ranking went up. So I think it's solvable, but the Google is actually actively working against it, by the way. So that's one interesting nugget. But in terms of this search engines, do you see any other developments there with AI?
The general shift, what I see, what has happened is that the search from keyword has changed to the search for dialogue. And with these generative search engines, now we can look for more detailed information. You are not only provided with a list of companies and websites, but you actually have a summary of the question you have asked, and you can interact with the AI to dig deeper if you need, and explore the topic you are interested. What is critical in this moment is that all those existing AI models, the ecosystem is built in that way that all the information you receive in an answer way in this one ecosystem. You don't need to go to the outsourced
You don't need to
third party.
click on website
Yes,
links.
on website links.
Yeah.
And that means that those companies have 0 clicks. And this is an issue because now many companies evaluate their marketing activities, and this metrics of website traffic is one of the key metrics you look when you run a campaign or put an ad or have done some communication out there. So this will be need to solve in the nearest future, but let's see how it will evolve.
So, but do I understand correctly that even nowadays, where there is a significant growth in AI search engines, it means that companies relying on the metrics, KPIs based on website traffic, it's a little bit already not outdated.
There will emerge new kind of metrics, how a brand can understand if he is successful or not. Most probably some kind of brand recognition, brand engagement metrics in other types of platforms. And yes, I cannot name all the ways how it can evolve, but definitely it will change.
Yeah, and I know that platforms like you.com, which is also one of the search engines, already start offering the analytics on their platform on the traffic, on virtual traffic, because actually people, as you say, have 0 click searches, but and also offering payment for featuring your source above others. So it also, I think, raises a little bit of some ethical issues, because these AI generated answers probably are very convincing, and you could make up a story in a way that person might not realize that the company paid for this story, basically. But you mentioned before also LinkedIn, and I get bombarded in LinkedIn with what you said, hyper-personalized messages. And you probably also get bombarded emails, even nowadays in other social platforms. And this is being done for lead generation purposes, but it's kind of easy to see what's happening, because like before it was not like that people you don't know start to ask very personalized questions all the time with repeated intervals, right? So do you see this happening, and where do you think it will go?
The problem and the issue with the noise in overall information room we have around us is not actually due to the rapid rise of AI tools and email marketing automation, but in general we are overloaded with a lot of information, whether it's in our workplace, at home, or in our social media platforms, and people try to skip as much as possible. They look for content that they are interested, and what's not interesting to them, they just ignore. That's the reality. How it will evolve with email marketing that is generative AI created, it depends how elaborate the message will be developed. What I can say from advertising and marketing perspective, again, the objective of any advertising campaign or message you give out there is to somehow catch the attention of your customer or potential buyer. But the objective of marketing itself is to get the customer to buy your service. That's the difference, and I think those messages which are more tailored for engaging the customer, in the meaning that the message is relevant to him, not motivating him immediately to buy the service, like this LinkedIn premium upgrade, which is bombarding you every 2 days. That's the thing that to stand out with the creative message is the main thing in this.
So I also have hypothesis of that. Like, would love to see what you think about it. Like, you remember the old days when you had to send the envelope with the post stamp to the grandma, right? Where you buy the post stamp, send the bills, send the documents. So I kind of think that might happen that we come back to this, because not in the physical envelopes, but the stamps. We're already seeing that some platforms introducing the paid communication. So, and this is like, I think, normal practice for avoiding automation where it's not needed. For example, in the captchas, when you fill the forms, there is these captchas. Sometimes these captchas are so terrible that it's difficult for me to complete, right? So, but in general, captchas actually can be completed by AI. There's many tools like that, but it costs money. So it's basically a barrier of the money expenditure for anyone targeting forms with captchas. So the same with the emails and LinkedIn messages and social media messages. My hypothesis is that we'll get to some point where if I want to send a message to you and you're not in my contact, I will need to pay money either to you or the platform. What do you think?
I think it's possible, very likely, yes.
Yeah, because the monetary incentives and structures, I think
they are built around that direction. That yes, if you want more privacy, you will pay for that.
Yeah, because we discussed already that detection of AI content, it is a little bit shaky. It sometimes could work, many times could not work. So that's that. The Meta recently have also said that they will fully automate the whole advertisement process, as I guess that would be the right word, where somebody sells the product, they enters the messaging, they basically cut out the marketing agency, all of these visual creatives, text creatives are generated and automatically even changed to get the max results. Do you see something like that happening already?
It is happening. Actually, market is full of such tools. Just the issue with those all AI tools is that they are for separate tasks or separate functions. What Meta, as I understand, is offering, they are like probably trying to implement some agentic AI that will have those AI agents that are responsible,
make decisions.
Yes, for specific task. Let's say you upload your company's brand book. It will create a visual or campaign concept according to company's brand book and customer data or customer industry trends and other data that can be used for campaign development. I don't think that Meta ads will be fully automated with this agentic workflow. Because still human oversight is needed for several points in the process. At the beginning, I would call it connecting the dots.
What points the human oversight are actually needed? Imagine you create some kind of new product, like the, let's say, greenhouses. You want to sell greenhouses in Facebook, in Meta, and it let AI generate everything and do the A/B tests automatically and everything. So where do you need this human oversight there?
For example, AI provides you with a vast amount of data and gives you some insights on creative direction, where the campaign should go. What I have experienced with the strategy development, those strategy directions and creative directions which artificial intelligence can provide you are very generic. And that will be so boring that I don't think that it will be creative enough to catch customers' attention. Of course, if it's a very simple, let's say, brand...
greenhouse.
Okay, greenhouse. Yes, maybe for a greenhouse, which is a small business, it will work. You make some simple video, which is animatic style, and AI voiceover, AI music, and AI distribution in different media channels. And there will be some target audience who will buy this product. But if we talk about large brands and being present in the market for a long run, I don't think it's...
No, but I think there is something to what you're saying there. It's like there would be mass consumption advertisement, which is small business owners, fully automated. They don't need marketing agencies, and then there is these long-term marketing campaigns and strategies, and for the larger brands, which probably even would not allow to use such systems, so that
and we see it in the market, and it's the reality of advertising and marketing segment or industry, that small and medium-sized companies and brands, they look for market-ready solutions because they don't have the money, resources, capabilities, or understanding how to build their own AI tools, or even implement maybe at the beginning but if there is some easy ready-made solution which they just drop and drag and drop principle, then of course it's a good option how to
but this, I think in general, this is not bad, because all of these AI advancements which we are talking about, it's kind of democratizing the access to this incredible intelligence. Previously, the only option was to go to marketing agency and to pay. Now you have more options, and these automated options most likely will get better and better over time. Regarding what you say about the generic AI, I fully agree that if you ask ChatGPT to generate anything without proper procedure, it will generate the average result. Even though that average result, if we go back 5 years or 10 years, somebody would say this is a good result, but now it's a new bar. But I agree on that, but it doesn't mean that it cannot be good. I believe it will.
Yes, and in the future, what I mean with those complex strategies and concepts is that if you want to have a great human insight for a marketing campaign, you need to combine a lot of different data. You need to take into consideration customers' psychological traits, behavior, values, attitudes, some industry trends, purchase power, and many more information which you need to synthesize. And the end result, you have some conclusions, and that can also provide ChatGPT, for example. But to build the next bridge or dot to give directions how and why and which message should we say to the customer, it still needs to have human touch.
No, there is something to it. Also, think that these larger organizations already are also using AI to address what you just described. Like if you have this perfect customer profile, right? You could capture it in some kind of AI system and validate your advertisement material, right?
Yes, correctly. I saw in one media agency organized conference a great example. What was interesting, they were introducing and telling about an AI agent, what they have built to use to test campaigns. It's an AI model that has all the potential customer traits, behavior patterns, media channel usage and psychological aspects. And what they do, they receive the creative materials for the campaign and they do the testing. They give material A and material B to the AI agent and test, and which works the best. and the AI agent could tell, oh, this works the best because it matches that thing. And that's a cool thing what they have built. I guess it's one step forward already in the campaign and media planning to become more effective and to target the potential customer more precisely. And even when you run a campaign, you can also, during the campaign, of course, switch the visuals and test which has the better engagement rates during the campaign.
So sounds perfect. I think it's like AI digital twin of your customer.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's it seems very logical, at least to me, that marketing, like advertising companies, should use this, and this is the right way, I think. So regarding the personalization more, we also work with a couple of largest telecoms like Tele2 here in Baltics, and we deployed our chatbot, email assistant, customer communication agents in their platforms, and they actually gave the personality to these agents, called a particular name, added some personality traits, the brand traits. Do you think that is important if you want to deploy any kind of AI automated communication systems for companies nowadays, or is it enough just to give the best results and these names of all of these AI agents for each company? It's just a gimmick.
I think for humans in interactions with those chatbots, it's still important to have this kind of feeling that still it is a chatbot, but you have this mimic of human emotions. And how it could be upgraded, for example, you can train the chatbot to use some kind of chit-chat talking. Let's say before starting or answering the question, it can ask how is your day, or is giving some nice quote of the day, or tell some anecdote or joke, of course within the range of the brand and tone of voice and personality. But it would be a cool way to make this more fun, more engaging, and of course you can go more even further to implement some elements of gamification or visual elements. You can play and make before you start this conversation, to put mustache on the avatar of the chatbot or any other preferences you would like to have.
Yeah, I have not seen as much these playfulness in these AI agent communication systems. That they usually also from the business side measure the percentage of answered queries, right? How fast you can get clients through. It is not as much as about making the experience fun and engaging. And you seem to tell that that might be something important for the future, right?
Yes, what I see even in the business, when you communicate human to human, the chit-chat before serious talks is always very important. And sometimes it's even more important than the serious part, because the fun part gives you some feeling of how the person is feeling today, anxious or happy. Is he ready to talk or to buy? No, depends on the intention from the conversation, of course. But yes, I think it's a nice way to upgrade.
Building the trust a little bit as well.
Yes.
It's a whole new topic, how to build trust with AI systems.
And I even think that there are some enthusiasts who check those chatbots and ask all kind of stupid questions and just to see what answers do they deliver.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So outside of the marketing and advertisement, you also have experience with operational efficiency of businesses. If you could assign one repetitive task to AI robot assistant to free the time for the team, what would it be and why?
I would tell that it would be, if we talk about situation from advertising agency perspective, where everybody is brainstorming and is coming at the end with his great idea. And usually it's a fight whose idea is the best and why. And so in this evaluation process, I would switch to the AI, which we program like the perfect person who can compromises the roles of the customer, of the creative director, of the strategist, of the business owner of the advertising agency, and also from the project manager's side.
It comes back to a little bit what you described about these AI twins. If you make these personas with, by the way, if anyone have tried character AI or these platforms where you can talk with famous people or historic figures, where you feed in data of the interviews, the descriptions. So it is not as simple as just writing you will be that and that and that. It is a lot more complex system. But if you have those systems, that might be a great tool also to solve what you described, right?
Yes, and what it helps to this evaluation process to find the thinking bias, what we as humans have. Because when we put ourselves in a specific certain role, let's say I'm a creative director, and though I have this cool idea, sometimes you forget or do not take seriously all those other aspects that are important to bring the idea to the client, and at the end to execute a great campaign.
Yeah.
And therefore this subjectivity becomes objectivity by using AI tools. That's how I see.
Yeah, like I assume that in future we will have really great advertisement campaigns if everybody start using something like that. It's even scary great.
Yes.
From the operational side, what processes you see are automated first and which are more challenging in your perspective?
We see in the market that there are two parts which have been automated quite significantly. The one part is the digital marketing, SEO optimization, all those advertising distribution channels where the data is used to analyze, implement, and execute. And the other part, what I see, is of course the copywriting and context creation and content creation for brands and marketing, where we use large language models to
Image generation,
yes,
video
image
generation.
generations as well, to build the content you need to run a campaign and succeed your marketing results.
And what is, in your opinion, difficult to automate still at this stage?
Difficult to automate is the tasks and processes where still the human cognitive thinking is needed. That relates to strategic part and processes, because there are several stages on that process. Then also, if we talk about the campaign execution as a whole, a human oversight will be necessary in this to oversee the marketing campaign objectives, to align with business goals, to align with the current campaign results, and to synchronize it with the real data that the campaign is already delivering, and change maybe something on the way, and still the input from one or several persons in each step of this.
So I think, as we discussed already, I think this is specifically important for larger corporations. For smaller businesses might also rely on AI-based strategies. But I think about the larger corporations, maybe one of the reasons why are you bringing it up again is that the larger corporations need some kind of accountability, responsibility. So somebody needs to be responsible for this process. So if the CEO press just button and launch the campaign fully automated, then he is responsible, or she. But if there is somebody human in the loop, then you need to check on that, right? It's about also human trust and responsibility, right?
Yes, of course. But as you said, I think in the future, let's say 5 years, 10 years span, we will see a fully automated marketing and advertising cycle, especially in the small and medium market segment. That's for sure.
I agree. So, and especially as we see this explosion of AI capabilities, are you seeing that we are hitting some kind of limit where the companies innovate, but humans are not able to adapt as fast? Do you see that already happening?
Well, the change is really disruptive, I would say. Technologies are growing, of course, faster than the humans can adapt to them, currently. They are afraid, and it's completely understandable. Even I, who is experienced marketing professional in this industry, when I read all those news about agentic AI and next generation tools, I'm completely freaking out, and after the reading the rest of the day, I try to somehow cheer myself up, not to get depression. But what I think, how we should reshape the thinking of ours is that when we have this free time, or still, of course, I hope we will have jobs and working just in different aspects, we can use AI not for marketing campaigns to drive sales, but marketing campaigns to improve the society. For example, to develop and create some cool education campaigns on topics like how to live a healthy lifestyle, what to eat, how to sleep, why physical activity is important. Nowadays, it's up to government, to tell to the society and organize a campaign, you need to do this and this and that. But when we have free time, as these AI tools are advancing, we need to start and look for higher purposes in our lives, not only how to earn money, but how to build this society better as a whole. And to find this purpose in some social matter, I think it's a good way to start.
Yeah, definitely. I think while you were talking, I was thinking that there's a parallel a little bit about how technology affects humans in long term. Like if there was one thing that was available for royalties like 50 years ago, now it's available for everyone as a base standard. So it's kind of what we discussed about these professional marketing services. Now it's available only for enterprises. Because of AI, it might be available also for medium-sized companies and things. And as we think that we will have less job in the future, maybe there will be paradoxically more work towards these high-quality campaigns and things. We don't see that. But regarding the adoption rate itself, so you might have seen, and I try to educate as much people about this huge gap of AI adoption rate. Everybody knows, most of the digitally educated people know about ChatGPT, but actually in the businesses and what you described in marketing agencies where they have these AI twins, I would argue that most likely 90% or 99% of marketing agencies still don't use any of that. So, and this is one of the reasons is also that we are in the Europe and we are lagging heavily behind in AI. Do you see any way how we can help to resolve this? Is this only education? Do we need to wait for companies outside Europe to start pushing us out on the market?
I think the latest version will come through, because what I have seen and what's the problem in Latvia in the businesses, what I have seen is that actually the digitalization rate is not as high as it should be.
Yeah.
And we are not even talking about some AI automation tools. We are talking about like financial data digitalization, where I know some companies who still use Excel sheets for operational data, and yes, what AI tools are they planning? Of course, none. And yes, the reality is harsh. What I think those who are not afraid and who will adopt AI tools the first will just eat the rest of the market and gain the larger market share. In Latvia, we need to build our entrepreneurial spirit and actually to step in this AI automation field. I would say, as you said, that this AI adoption is higher elsewhere around the world, whether they will come to us and sell us those market-ready solutions, and we will be just consumers, and or we can build our own. At least try.
So, but you already gave some ideas today, and entrepreneurs, marketers should basically wake up and start doing something. Towards the end, let's do some fun questions. What's the strangest place you have ever found inspiration for a marketing campaign?
During shower.
If you could hire any celebrity for your next big campaign, who would you choose?
Oh, I would choose Brad Pitt. He's my favorite.
What's your most memorable marketing MacGyver fix in some crisis?
To open up a champagne and buy some cakes and have an open conversation with client how to fix the issue.
If you could time travel to study one marketing era, which would it be and why?
I would like to travel 50 or 100 years ahead because it will be, I guess, completely mind-blowing. I would be interested what actually will be advertised at all, what kind of products or services, and I think it will be high-tech and everything like completely different than it's now.
Which you prefer, pop-up shops or pop-up ads?
Pop-up shops.
Creative brainstorms or data-driven insights?
Data-driven insights.
No creative brainstorms. So, one viral video or 1,000 loyal subscribers?
1,000 loyal subscribers.
Okay. In-house marketing team or outsourced agency?
This one is tricky. I would go for outsourcing, but depends on situation.
One massive influencer or micro-influencer army?
Micro-influencer army.
Live event booth or virtual webinar?
Live event booth.
Free giveaways or exclusive VIP events?
Exclusive VIP events.
Long form brand storytelling or short, snappy content bites?
If I would be a celebrity, then long form, otherwise short content bites.
When AI gets a physical body and they are walking in the shopping mall, how they should look like so that they don't scare potential customers?
They should be something sweet and nice. I would go for koalas and pandas.
You can hug teddy them. Bears. That's good. So, if your marketing strategy were a movie, what would be the title?
Human Insight.
Which marketing buzzword you secretly wish for it to disappear? Is it AI?
No, not AI. I would go for ATL and BTL marketing approaches.
I even don't know what it is.
Those are old dinosaur marketing words that in nowadays are used not that.
So I don't need to learn that.
Yes.
Okay, it was nice talking to you. Really good insight from your professional perspective on AI. Hopefully listeners take notice of that. And where could they find you?
So you can find me on LinkedIn, Evija Kezika, my profile. And yes, I provide marketing strategies and help small and medium marketing and advertising agencies to grow their business and automate workflow and other processes along with marketing strategies and tactics.
So thank you for listening another episode of AI Ranch. As a gratitude for our work here, subscribe, share, and see you in the next episode.